Got Courtney out live today. She's with Spunky. Surely that's a punchline. We go Courtney, Spunky, Spunky.
Yeah, there's
Courtney.
lots of stuff happening at Sunset Center.
That's right.
Good morning. I'm here at the Amarillo Art Institute with a very special lady, Spunky Harrell, who is the executive director here. And today we're going to be getting some fun activities started with some clay and pottery. But before that, I really want to know about this place. There's some pretty cool things happening here, even what this used to be.
Sunset Galleries and Amarillo Art Institute and Panhandle Art Center used to be the old Sunset Center.
That's awesome. And so not just a gallery, but there's places that you can have classes and also you can display your art. There's so many things going on here. Isn't that correct? Wonderful. Okay, well, after that, we're going to have some pretty cool things. If you want to follow me this way, Alex Gregory is already in the process of sculpting his beautiful art. And I'm going to attempt to try to do the same thing after the break. So we'll just see how that goes. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Courtney, thank you so much. We'll take you back to her in just a little bit, see how she does.
Before I forget, let's go out to Courtney. She's live out with Spunky. Courtney.
Thanks, Steve. I'm here at the Amarillo Art Institute, and I'm going to try to make something out of this form of clay right here. But I'm here with Alex Gregory, who is a clay instructor, and so he's going to give me the step-by-step on really what's going on here. Okay, so I think I'm as ready as I can be, so take it away.
Okay. First thing you want to do is get the clay stuck onto the wheel. And so take your wet sponge and kind of get some moisture on the wheel head.
Okay.
And then throw the clay down on the wheel, which may be the term throwing pottery on the wheel came from that right there. So
it's clever.
Then this is a kick wheel, and so it requires you to kick it.
Okay.
Get the momentum going to keep this clay spinning.
Oh, boy. All right.
And the first thing that you want to do is center the clay, which is pretty self-explanatory. You just want to make sure that the clay is, you know, in the center of this wheel.
Okay.
And that takes a little bit of effort.
How can I tell if it's in the center of my wheel?
It's in the center when it quits dancing around like this.
Oh, I see.
So you want to hold the clay steady.
I think I'm making a little too much noise with mine. You can tell who the expert is in all of this. Let me just say. Okay.
Yeah, you might pull that splash band over just
this.
There you go.
Okay.
You kicked that accidentally.
All right.
So this is what a centered piece of clay looks like, so that it's stationary, or appears to be stationary for the most part.
Okay. Now, I'm not going anywhere with mine. Am I supposed to flatten this down, or?
I'd say compress.
Okay, compress.
You want to imagine that you're trying to push the clay through the center of the wheel, as though there were a hole in the center of the wheel.
You make this look so easy.
It really is easy.
Oh, well.
There's a learning curve, but it is. If it wasn't, you wouldn't do it.
You are a great instructor, I've heard, and you actually have classes. So talk to us a little bit about that and how we can get involved for people like me who could only make something that looks like this.
The Amarillo Art Institute is a great space. I teach the clay aspects of the program on Tuesday nights, but we also have Nanette Womack teaching on Thursday nights. And it's an ongoing 8-week session, and so you get plenty of time to come in and learn.
Wonderful.
And end up with a finished product. I spend a lot of time in various methods of making things.
Okay, and so is it for people that it can be beginners? Is it also for people that have been a little bit more experienced?
Yeah, all levels. I've had all
Right.
levels of students. I've been at this for about 13 years and teaching for about 10 of it.
Cool.
And so open to teaching or helping anybody.
That's great. And would you say that your age group is around younger kids, or is it adults too?
It's mainly adults.
Okay.
There are occasionally students that'll come in as, say, junior high school students.
Okay.
But generally speaking, it's working adults.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you so much, Alex. And stay tuned, because he's going to still try to teach me to make something out of this, because we have some pretty cool things up ahead. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Courtney.
Thanks, Steve. I'm here at the Amarillo Art Institute, and I have been trying to form this bowl, which I had no help with whatsoever. But Alex is over here, and he's going to teach me the final product of this, of throwing this object, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay, throwing pottery.
Throwing pottery. Right.
Okay.
All right, but you've mastered the steps up to this point, right? So you can take any kind of rib or tool. This is called a rib.
Okay.
And with a little pressure from the inside, adjust its shape. So you can come up with
So I need to go a lot
maybe
faster.
something that's a little more pleasing or maybe more functional.
Okay.
More of an open bowl.
Oh, wait. Is this happening? Am I doing this? Okay, but even after I'm done with this, this isn't the finished product. So talk to us about what happens after you've made your final sculpture and then what happens before you can take it home.
Actually, forming the bowls on the wheel is pretty quick, as you can see, maybe a few minutes, but the firing process takes a couple of days, and they're actually fired twice before they're fully functional and usable. And so that's kind of the more time-consuming part. So when you reach this point, you're less than halfway there.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Alex. After this, stay tuned because we're going to be talking about what events are coming up really soon and then also why we even made this full. Stay tuned. Thanks, Steve. I'm here at the Amarillo Art Institute, and Spunky has a beautiful painting that's going on here. And so she's going to be talking to us about who this is by and then what's coming up about this.
This artwork is by Guido Frick, a German impressionist who is just coming into the States next week to teach a workshop here inside Amarillo Art Institute.
That's wonderful. And you were saying that he actually does things outside. So is the class going to go outside and experience and just draw raw?
They
Or paint raw?
They are going to do something like that. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week, May 9th, 10th, and 11th, they're going to have a plein air landscape and still life workshop, which means plein air is outdoor on location at Paladar Canyon.
Very fun. Okay, and so let's go back to this bowl that I made here. This is ideally what the finishing product is going to be, but we have a really cool reason why we even made these. So what is coming up in July that we should all be aware of and that we can actually bring our bowls for?
Okay, we're really excited. We have an ice cream social. It'll be our second annual ice cream social, July 6th, I think, first Saturday of July. And Boxcar Bandits are a really, really great band here in Texas. They're going to be performing.
That's wonderful. And so do we make these here? Do we get to take these and make these, or do you make them another day?
Alex makes these, and we glaze them. We have these ready. We have homemade ice cream and handmade bowls as a part of our ice cream social.
Wonderful. And so actually there is something coming up this Friday that people should be aware of. So give them that really quick.
Okay. Every first Friday of every month, we have First Friday Art Walk. And it's when all of our gallery artists, the school, and Panhandle Art Center are open to the public. There's food, there's live music, there's so much fun, and so much great art.
All right. Well, make sure that you contact them. Facebook is probably the best, or a website.
AmarilloArtInstitute.org.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Spunky, for having us here, and back to you guys.
All right, Courtney, thank you so much.